Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings, welcome to your weekly pre-shuffle with me. This is where I, as a psychic tarot reader, get preliminary information that I like to take with me. And before I do your full weekly reading over on Patreon. And if you are not ready for Patreon, I make these extendeds available for single purchase. The link is down there in the description box below. So feel free to join us for a quick little tarot reading. On the flip side, if this is resonating with you, you're going to pick one of these piles, whichever one you're feeling has your message or that you feel is resonating more with you. Your download is that you are changing your environment. And for some of you, this is going to be very literal. If you are moving, you are not moving far. You're moving maybe even in the same neighborhood or in the same area or in the same town or city. It's local, it's going to be local. Or you are moving furniture in your house, because I see someone moving furniture, like changing the layouts, experimenting with tables and chairs and just where things are. Like you could be just moving things, like physical, I'm going to put this thing over here and I'm going to put my water bottle over there and I'm going to put my wands, somewhere. It's kind of like that. And for some of you, this is totally mental. Like your mental space is changing. Your mental environment is changing. What it feels like to be in your mind is changing or is going to undergo a massive change this week. So one or all of the above, okay? Okay, if you're feeling this pile over here, Aries, Queen of Arrows, Venus, Queen of Swords with the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles crossing energy. This is a calculated risk. This is a risk. This is an adventure you're starting this week or thinking about starting. And it's something that you're leaving behind, something that you've already been building up for yourself in favor of doing something new. And this could even be with another person. This could be with a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. If that's the case, I feel like you too will actually abandon something that you've already built up. You may leave that town that you've always lived in your whole life. You may, it's something like that. If this middle pile is your message, oh my God, again, we have temptation. Paolo and Francesca, we have the Star with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this is something you can't really get out of your head. You can't really get out of your mind. But let's take a look. This is the Devil card. I think I said that already. In the traditional tarot, inner turmoil, obsession. Francesca da Polenta of Ravenna was married to Giovanni Malatesta to strengthen their family's political bonds. But there was one problem. Francesca loved Giovanni's brother, the handsome Paolo. Tempted by love, Francesca and Paolo's story could only end in sorrow. These true events inspired the poet Dante, who had a vision of Paolo tenderly embracing Francesca to protect her against the forces swirling about them in Hades. Dante retold their sad story in his Inferno, the first book of the Divine Comedy. Tempted by forces one cannot control, obsession in the form of envy, sensual desires, the need to be controlling. I feel I'm getting a different energy from this than from whoever just had this. This is an energy of the poet Dante. This is a sort of obsessive need to control the story. There's something about that. There's something about the way a story is unfolding or being told with your friends at the workplace, like sort of correcting a lie about you. If people are lying about you at work, or if people are lying about you in your family, or if people are lying about you and your friends at school, I'm getting that, like literally the Dante telling the story of Paolo and Francesca. This is interesting. This is what I'm getting with you, Aries, is that the temptation is to care. The temptation is to want to correct these lies about you and want to change the perception. However, with the Star and the Two of Pentacles, you're actually going back and forth between living more in your mind, like that I was picking up with you, like the changing of your environment, or putting more effort into the liars and correcting people and catching people in their lies and pinning them down. It's showing up as a temptation for you. Interesting. Okay. And it's okay if there's no pile that feels like has your message. I'm going to read this all together at the very end. The third pile, the Ten of Cups. Oh, this is so beautiful too. This artist, the rendering, the illustrations is just very talented. And then we have the World with the Nine of Pentacles. I like this a lot for you. This is perfect harmony between you and another person. It's interesting because we have that, the Ten of Cups, but we also have a very independent energy, which is your energy, the pioneer, this Nine of Pentacle energy. And then we have a conclusion, we have a graduation, we have this ascent, and sort of like a going through this period or this cycle of an imbalance between you and other people, Aries. So I feel like if this is your energy, your pre-shuffle message has to do with that balance between being confident in yourself and being able to participate in a healthy relationship with other people or one other person in particular. Now, if I'm reading all of this together, you're making a decision, a very independent decision. You look at these cards, you have the Fool, the Star, and the World. These are very cosmic, out of our control, divine, destined, and fated energies. And so then you even have Pentacles crossing these guys, crossing this. So it's like something in your real life is not as changeable. It's not as much under your control or in your realm of control. And I feel like you may be making some sort of peace with that. There's some Queen of Arrows involved. There's some very non-emotional person involved here that you're making some sort of decision about or making a big decision with. And I really do feel like these energies are really, really congruent, where you are releasing yourself from getting involved in other people's energies and getting involved in other people's lies, and specifically lies and misconceptions, and kind of retreating back into your own, maybe it's a fantasy world, maybe it is just a serene meditative room in your mind, but your environment is changing. So I feel like that is what it is with this energy over here. And then there's something going on with your relationship with this person, and I'm not quite sure what this means, if you're going to take a new leap of faith with this person or without. So I'm gonna take this over into the extended. If any of this is resonating, feel free to join us. The link is down there in the description box below. Say hi on Instagram and TikTok. I am Watch Natalie on both if you want to learn more psychic tarot and astrology stuff. Okay, Aries, until then, have a lovely, lovely week. And until next Monday, my dearies, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.